So I guess do we want to talk about cat book?
Future State or King?
Future State.
Alright, you can talk about that one since I didn't read it.
I'm not going to go too much into detail about it, just because it feels like it feels just kind of like one of those secondary, less obligatory books.
Yeah.
Um, so basically, it feels like they really roughly tied it back into Dark Detective. Um, because Selena's mission is to rescue Bruce,
Yep.
and along with Talia al Ghul, everyone kind of gets mixed up together. Um, so they succeed, and she basically gets really fucked up from it, and so she goes to join the Resistance again. Uh, and then Bruce goes off, I think, back to Gotham, while the Resistance goes off to fight another day. Um, and the whole thing is like Batman lives. You remember in Tron? Did you ever watch Tron Uprising?
No.
So one of like the big slogan, it's one of those kind of resistance tropes where like legendary figure lives, like Tron lives, and Batman lives, and it feels like it was a stand like rescue the resistance leader story.
Yeah.
But it gave Selena a bit of heart, if that makes sense. I feel like that's somewhat obligatory in its statement, but it felt more like it focused on just wrapping up the story.
Yeah.
I give it a B minus. Otto Schmidt kind of carries it with his art.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's a running theme in Future State. The art really.
the art is really
The art carries the books.
I feel like Ramvy's trying. It's not like he's not like being lazy, but it feels like he's kind of limited by what he can do in this setting.
Yeah.
I did like that, even though Ram V is going like, yeah, they're not a couple anymore in Catwoman, which goes against Tinian's like 1 year promise meme. They're still into each other and they still care about each other, and I kind of liked that.
Hmm.
And I also liked the portrayal of his Bruce, that like he goes back for Selena even though he didn't have to. Like he could have, like Talia gave him an escape route and he could have taken it, but he did. But he went back and saved Selena.
Yeah.
And also like she slaps him like when he comes back, and she like slaps him and then kisses him. I like that.
It's a better portrayal of the Bat-Cat romance compared to Bat-Cat. You want to get right straight into that?
Yeah, sure.
That's a nice little
okay.
segue.
Yeah, hell yeah. Good work, buddy. So anyways, Bat-Cat Boat Street #3 by Tom King and Clay Mann. So basically it jumps around in time again. So it's basically like, the main plot point of the main one is that Helena Wayne is now Batwoman, and she and Commissioner Dick Grayson of Gotham Police are investigating the death of the Joker. And it goes like, I actually find it like really hard to like keep up with this fucking book. Imagine like I'm trying to think of like a mental illness I can use to explain how I felt while reading this book. Um,
Well, with most King books, confusing.
Schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia.
Yeah. So the King, it's got the traditional King pros and cons. This book is like the epitome of every good thing King can do and every bad thing King can do. He sets up a solid mystery, and it's mostly in his partnership with Clay Mann that he's able to like frame panels a certain way.
Yeah.
Like there's this one page where Joker's in like a prison cell, and each different screen has him doing a different pose as he's dancing, and I really liked that. I thought that was really neat. But then there's this really weird page where like it's implied this is after Selena comes back from Florida, and Helena's trying to tell her about the Joker. They found the corpse, or Dick thinks it's the Joker, and Selena's like, it is obvious it's like she's trying to avoid it, but it looks like she's having a fucking stroke. Like when Helena's like,
not only that, it seems like she's in a different conversation.
Kind of.
I'll show. Let's see.
I sent that page to you earlier, but she's like, "Mother, did you hear me?" And she goes, "I was abandoned in a dumpster near the corner of King and Finger. My parents wanted me to die in the cold, easier for them." And then she's like, and then Helena's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm talking about the Joker. And she's like, "I became a cat. I met a bat."
Yeah, I've got.
I'm like, I don't give a shit. We know it was either it was the boat or the street.
I got the page up on screen. Yeah, it is such a confusing conversation because it's obviously like Selena's talking about one conversation and then Helena's talking about another.
And like she even mentions it's like, "Mother, is everything all right?" And then she's like, "And now I'm the richest woman in the world." I'm like, what the fuck? And like, here's the thing: it even within the same page, it doesn't stay in the same time zone. Because like it cuts from like the panel where Helena is talking with her mom to a fucking Phantasm panel.
Oh, okay. Oh, I keep forgetting Phantasms in this.
Here's the thing: is that like I actually really like how King is using Phantasm like very sparingly. Like
okay.
One of those ever looming presence kind of deals. Like she's always there, but like you don't see a whole lot of her. But the panels you do see her in are really effective.
Yeah.
Good work, King. I actually really think that's a really good way to use the Phantasm.
Oh, yep, as Jacob pointed out, the obvious Batman creator nod, Cane and Finger.
Yeah. The Batwoman costume is a really weird design for me.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that because I got the picture of it right here. I know it's like, supposed to be grey. It's supposed to be a nod to one of Selena's costumes, the grey costume. The lighting makes it look like fucking skin, and that she is naked. She's a fucking Ken doll from like the bottom half.
Yeah, like for whatever reason, she's only armored on like the chest plate.
Which for someone who's wearing armor, that makes it so fucking pointless. You are giving every criminal
either wear a lot of armor or no armor. Like this or at least like spread it out a bit so it covers like the joints, like Casey Jones's hockey pads and shit.
Yeah, or at least like okay, you can keep the arms for the most part. You can keep the arms bare. Okay, maybe keep the midriff bare, but like crotch region, parts of the legs, you gotta put armor on those.
Like the knees.
Yes, knees. You're not gonna fucking be able to land superhero landings with fucking bands.
Selena jumps off a building. Ah, my knees! Ah!
But no, it is such a fucking. It is a poorly designed outfit, and
I like the mask. There's like individual pieces that look like really cool. Like the mask is actually like really neat.
Yeah, I do.
And you got like the pouch, and you got like the fucking pouches on her armpits. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. But yeah, they shouldn't have made it grey because the lighting here makes it look like skin.
This is also the power of horny, but on the page where it's focusing on Dick and Helena's backs,
yeah,
you can see the thong underneath her costume. You can see like the crease marks. That's weird. Hang on, do you have a picture of it, or do you want me to send you a visual?
Yeah, send me a picture of it.
Hang on.
But no, this.
But I guess Clayman is confirmed to be an ass man.
A man of culture.
Yes. Look, you can see if you look on her butt, you can see like the crease in the thong. You can see the crease where the thong is.
Alright, here we go. Zoom it. Oh, yep. Right here, we can see it.
I'm not sure if that. I'm not sure if that was King or not King. If that was Man or who's the colorist. Tommy Mori. Either way, that's a very weird detail to dedicate that much effort to.
Either I would say it's probably like the crease of the outfit, but it's obviously not because it seems to be just it's just
superficial. Like, additional coloring is.
It just seems to be the outfit, the base outfit, not the armor, is just a onesie like Catwoman's outfits, but. Yeah, that is very clearly a thong crease.
That's what I did. I did like the status quo of like Dick being the commissioner of GCP. Like they could have gone with Barbara being the obvious choice.
Oh
but...
yeah. I mean, it's
I don't know. It like there is still like good parts of this book. Like when I clown on the big stuff. It's like the big stuff. Like, the weird pacing, the schizophrenic time lapses.
Yeah.
Like, for whatever reason, like, Phantasm finds Selina and then they jump up and they fight out a window and they fucking land on the concrete and their bodies are just splayed on the floor. It has nothing to do with the rest of the book. Like, they do, like, one panel of Phantasm before that panel. There's just one panel of Phantasm.
Okay.
And I guess the implication is that, like, I don't know why they're sad about it. Here's the thing about this. I've never understood why Gotham City's police department are so, like, casually accepting Joker into, like, Arkham.
Yeah.
Like they don't fucking they don't.
He breaks out like every fucking day.
I would. It's one of those like don't look gift horses in the mouths kind of deal where you don't just where the Joker's dead and you're like, oh well, case closed.
Case closed.
Like I've made this joke before, but I'm amazed that like no one at GCPD has just pulled out the gun like bam and they got whoops my gun slipped Joker's dead oh shit.
Yeah. And you would think so like given like stuff like Joker War happening and all that like
he waged a fucking like Battle of Fallujah on Gotham City.
Pretty much, yeah. But we need the Joker to live. He's the Joker.
He's his ongoing series by James Tynion.
He's the Joker, baby.
Well, it's not even like the Joker living. It's just like they make a big deal out of like figuring out who killed him. Yeah. Even though it's like obvious. Why doesn't Selina just go to Dick and say like, "Hey man, I killed Joker because he killed Bruce or something"? I don't know. Like it can't be that hard for Selina to justify. Oh yeah, I killed the Joker. By the way, no one would care.
Yeah, no one.
This is the Joker, clown terrorist extraordinaire.
Yeah, like oh no, the Joker's dead.
Like I said, my gun slipped.
The only people who would care would be those who be like, well, what you did was, even though he's terrible, it's immoral. You still broke the law. You killed someone. Like that's the only people who would care. Like realistically,
I don't even think even they would care.
Realistically, everyone would just be like, okay, thank you.
This is another. We're going back to like the Black Label argument. They censor the swearing in this book.
DC.
Why?
DC. Black Label. I'm gonna search up Black Label. Black DC.
Like
Black Label.
The most they do with like this Black Label is like focus in on panels with they zoom the panel in on the perspective is like so it just zooms in on Selina's ass and sometimes and maybe shows some cleavage.
Here. Wikipedia. DC Black Label. Let's see. The imprint intends to present traditional DC Universe characters for a more mature audience. Yes, fucking censoring the fucking swears is definitely for mature audiences.
This isn't a jab on King. I know we like to clown on King, but I don't think this is on him.
It's just not on him. It's fucking DC.
Editorial.
It'd be the only Black Label book that's censored that I've read. I mean, did you read Batman Dan when they fucking censored his dick?
We're talking about this like the swear words. Like they show Selina, like I said, Clayman is an ass guy. Like he has a lot of panels that focus on Catwoman's ass.
Yeah.
But like, there's no like nudity. It's just like. Like a couple of titillating shots along with some mild violence and mild blood.
DC doesn't know what to do with Black Label. It's just like yeah, it's got to be about different
they're just going to keep reprinting White Knight.
Not only that, they're just going to keep reprinting like their famous Elseworld stories. Hey guys, we're going to re-release All-Star Superman again. under Black Label. Wait, you already
Why?
did that?
There's nothing in like All-Star Superman to justify the Black Label. I love how this segment of the show is just turned into clowning on Black Label rather than King
because
Batwoman.
It was a poorly thought out idea. A DC imprint for mature audiences. Yeah, that was what Vertigo was. And then
then they integrated it into Black Label, right?
Oh no! Well, no, fucking Vertigo died because that was poorly handled.
Well, I just assumed that they were putting all like the mature stuff into Black Label.
I assume so. It's either their mature stuff or just alternate universe. Anything.
Jacob... Also, I do like. This is one last positive. I do like that Helena has like glowing yellow eyes and like the Batman Beyond wings on the arms. You know.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I like that.
Jacob says, other than 3 Jokers and Wonder Woman Dead Earth, was there any Black Label books since 2019? Well, let's have a look. Wait a sec. I'm looking at like the list of like Black Label stuff. Why is the Last God in Black Label when that's supposed to be in a different imprint? That's like, what was it, Hill House or whatever it's called?
Maybe.
DC.
There was like that book. There was that book that Stuart Immonen did, Plunge. It was like a horror book.
No. Hill House is a sub imprint in Black Label. That's why. I don't know why. It's fucking dumb. There was Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, the failed cash grab on the Birds of Prey film.
The one that got perpetually cancelled.
Oh yeah, here's issue number 1.
Or delayed.
Or constantly delayed and everything. Let's see. Tom Taylor's Hellblazer, Rise and Fall.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Joker, Harley, Criminal Insanity, American Vampire, Rorschach, Sweet Tooth, The History of the DC Universe, Strange Adventures. Then there's stuff that they've
There's stuff for the swearing in Strange Adventures too.
There's also other stuff. Kelly Sue DeConnick's got the Wonder Woman thing. We got Batman, Joker, Deadly Duo, another Wonder Woman, and then another White Knight, Beyond the White Knight.
Oh, was that announced or?
Yeah, well, it's unproduced. It says so. Batman Beyond the White Knight.
Oh, is that on Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Oh, because I was wondering if like the May solicits. I think the May solicits came out for DC.
I don't think so. Yeah. Maybe.
Let me check.
But yeah.
Nope, they did.
But yeah,
I'm not going cool for that.
Yeah, DC. I can tell. Present traditional DC Universe characters, aka Batman and Wonder Woman.
And Batman.
and Batman. And Batman. And Batman. Maybe Joker. Sometimes.
But Batman.
Yeah, I think anything new they make, they just throw it under Black Label. Because I'm looking at here, back when Neil Gaiman had the Sandman stuff, that was put under Black Label. Yeah, Hill House is under Black Label. All the stuff that spins out of White Knight is under Black Label.
Hang on, can you hold the fort real quick? I'm gonna make sure that the stove is turned off.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see, checking chat. Well, Bruce would get upset for about 12 months, then get over it, and Jason would get shitty because he didn't do it himself. Yeah, that whole shtick. Yeah, if Joker died, yeah, Batman would be upset, and Jason would be like, why didn't I get to kill him? I'm so angry. White Knight Part 3. Yeah, there's a Part 3. Even though I feel like there really didn't need to be a Part 2 either. I think White Knight by itself was just good. I don't think that there needed to be a continuation. But
maybe some Super Sons. Ooh, maybe that'll be Black Label next.
Let's see. Other than Miller's Superman series, they haven't tried doing a Dark Superman book with Black Label. I think they purposely try not to, because we've already had Injustice Superman. So I don't know how you could do another Dark Superman.
You're talking about edgy Superman?
Yeah, Jacob said they haven't done any other like Black Label Superman stuff apart from Year One, which was a fucking terrible series.
That's great.
It was essentially just Miller's version of Batman vs Superman, but without the Batman versus Superman. So just Dawn of Justice.